3-0 win, much better performance. Was there anything specific you told the players before the game that made them play so well?
No, we just again we just spoke about believing. You don't become bad players overnight. We didn't perform Saturday to our levels, and it's always tough when you've, I suppose, set the bar at a sort of level that many would probably not have thought we could achieve this year. So when you fall below that, you're always going to take criticism from some corners, if you like. But we've spoken over the last couple of weeks. Really, there's not a massive amount wrong. They're good players; they deserve to be where they are, and you've got to thrive in the situation of being the ones that are being chased. We've had a blip, but if we looked 3 weeks back and we'd have won our games in hand, we wouldn't be too similar or too dissimilar from where we are now. So no, really good performance, great result against a very, very good team. Said in my programme notes, the sort of progression they've made over the season. I've seen them at the start of the season, obviously seen them against us when we played down there, to where they are the last couple of weeks has been really good, and they're a good side, and in my opinion will definitely be in the top 5. So to put on a performance like we did and win like we did is brilliant. Great to get back to winning ways, but again, to get back in winning ways in the way we did also is really pleasing.
There's been a lot of criticism about FYLDE not keeping the ball well enough. You threw Josh Wilson back in there from the start today. Were you impressed with him this afternoon?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of them with keeping the ball. I think you have to sometimes praise opposition, who obviously throughout the season are going to recognise how we try and play and try and stop that. So we've been we've played in games where, like I said, we've set the bar really high and we've not got to those levels. Ultimately, I think we've been on the wrong end of some decisions that could go your way. We've not had a little bit of run of the ball. Obviously, the first goal we get a bit of a break in the fact that their keeper makes a mistake, that our keeper made a mistake on Saturday, which cost us a game. So there's little things, the fine margin between winning and losing games, and we found that out, I suppose, to our cost in the last few weeks. But tonight was, like I say, much better. We really first half we were excellent and probably should have been more than 2 goals up. You always expect a reaction because, like I say, they're a good side. They were on a good run of won convincing the last couple of weeks. So we expect them to have a little bit of a go. But in fairness, again, we were back to what we've been good at. I thought the 2 centre halves were fantastic. And then last 10 minutes we looked after the ball a whole lot better, and it was us that looked like we were going to go and get another goal, which we did eventually. But it was us that were doing the pushing, which is again massively pleasing.
Did you think that the lateness of the Boston side kind of had a spurring on of FYLDE side, whereas they thought, well, they're not going to hold as much time to warm up, and they might not be as well prepared as us?
No, it's always difficult when you travel, and I suppose from their perspective, with us getting or progressing in the FA Cup as we did, or the FA Trophy, the game being put back from a Saturday to a Tuesday, you'd say would have an advantage to us. It's always difficult travelling on a day, and always difficult when you're arriving late. But I mean, I think they sort of got changed on the bus services and sort of had half an hour to prepare for the game. I think from our perspective, we've had it happen once before this season when we played Brackley. It's important that we get things right, because ultimately our preparation can't be or needs to be as not unaffected as possible. It was that, to be fair. We knew that the game would kick off at 8:15. We got ourselves out at a good time, and really come out the traps firing. Now, you could say, like I say, they've had a long trip on a bus, and it was in our advantage or an idea for us to get on, which we did. And they were sort of, once we got the first goal, they were sort of hanging on a little bit, and we probably could have sealed the game there. But as the game sort of progressed, they grew into it. We knew they'd put us under pressure, and like I say, for a 10-minute spell, 15-minute spell in the second half, we, similar to when we've been 2-0 up a couple of times this year, just took our foot off a little bit, but we didn't keep the ball as well as what we could, because they're the times 2-0 where you do need to keep it and move it. But we got a foothold back in the game, and like I said, the last 10 minutes we saw it out really well, and we were the team pushing in because of the way we kept the ball moving.
Obviously, you've gone back to the top of the table now. Do you think it's a position that FYLDE can maintain for the rest of the season?
Yeah, that's where you want to be. I've said before the game, said right the way through, you want to be there to be shot at. There's far worse positions to be in, I can assure people, and to be challenging at the top and to have the pressure of being leaders is a better pressure than being sat down at the bottom. So said since the turn of the year, really, when I suppose people got a little bit maybe ahead of themselves, certainly not within our dressing room, but ahead of themselves in the fact that we beat Barrow twice. There's still an awful long way of the season to go. I think we've 13 games left, which is a quarter of the season. So still plenty of time. We're in a good position. We put ourselves in a good position, but we've still got to keep pushing forward, keep improving. And keep winning. Ultimately, if we do that, like I say, it's in our hands. But we know it's far from anything, far from one, and it's going to be really difficult. But we've got to keep going.
Your next two games are Hyde away and Tamworth at home. Do you think those two games are going to kind of define the rest of the season? Because on paper you should beat Hyde, and then you've got a really tough game at home to Tamworth. No,
I don't think that at all. I knew that through February we had a tough game, and we spoke about a tough run of games. We spoke about the games. I suppose if you look at Saturday's game, people would expect us to turn up and beat Harrogate, but we never, will never speak like that in a dressing room. Ultimately, I've said before, if you don't turn up in this division, you get beat, and we found that. We had an opportunity against teams. We were obviously playing the likes of Chorley and Guiseley and Tamworth and Boston, teams that are in and around you that they want to beat you. They're sort of grabbing at your shirt tails. You like, we had a chance to knock them back down. We've not done that. We've done that tonight. But we know Hyde's a tough place to go. No matter where they are, they'll see it as a free hit. We go there, people will expect us to win. Football doesn't work like that. I've been involved in it too long to know that. You only need to look at what Barrow went and did there, and the fact that 2-0 down within 10 minutes, got themselves 4-2 up and ended up drawing the game 4-4. So there's no givens. We've got to go there, work as hard as what we've worked tonight, play at the tempo we've played at, and play with the quality. If we do that, like I said before, we're a match for most sides in this division, no matter where we play. And then we'll see where we go, and look forward to Tamworth and beyond that.
Okay, congrats on the win. Thank you.
Cheers, thanks.
Cheers.